Next Prep is a groundbreaking 4-year college and career program available at Kairos Academies. This next segment has been sponsored by Kairos Academies. It's a free public charter school for middle and high schoolers. And joining me today are Riley Foster, Next Prep Program Director, alongside of Langston Casey, a 10th grade student. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And you guys look amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, tell us a little bit about Next Prep, because it really is an incredible and fantastic plan of action. How did this come to be, Riley?
Yeah, so I used to teach high school, and I was working with juniors and seniors who would come to me and say, hey, I'm going to be a lawyer. And I would start asking them questions, and they'd not even know that law school existed.
Wow.
And so it kind of started from this idea of like, there's a lot of knowledge to be gained, and the process is really complicated, the college career trajectory. And so that's all where it started.
I mean, this is just giving them the resources they need to be successful, to know what that trajectory is like, right? I mean, if we look at the statistics, only 1 in 10 high school students in St. Louis City will actually go on to get a 2- or 4-year degree. So this is really cool what you're doing, being able to connect them to maybe a large network of employers that you guys have partnered with. Let's talk about some of those partners that you guys have.
Yeah, definitely. So we span across 6 different career clusters. So we have partners with bigger employers like True Manufacturing, Essex Industries, and Barry Waymiller. Smaller employers like a local real estate firm, St. Louis Realty, and some other, BJC Healthcare, a number of St. Louis-based employers, and our 10th graders take site visits to those employers. Our 9th graders talk to them during these career workshops. So we're trying to do the whole, 9 through 12 schema with these employers.
I love that. I mean, covering all of your bases. Langston, what has this been like for you being a part of the Next Prep program?
For me, being a part of the Next Prep program has honestly been opening me up to a lot of opportunities. Like, I'm a theater kid. I love theater. I love musical theater.
Me too, Langston. I love it.
I love theater. And like for a long time, that was my idea. I just wanted to go to school. I wanted to do theater, and that's what I wanted to do. But with Next Prep, I took this field trip, and it was like this, not computer safety, but kind of computer sciencey field trip, and that opened me up.
Okay, I like that. So do you still have something in mind of what you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up, Langston?
It's a long story, but to shorten it up, I do still want to do theater. I want to be on stages. I want to live my artist life. But while I'm doing that, with Next Prep's help, like, I want to go to school again. I want to be a psychiatrist. That's my end goal.
Oh my gosh, this is so emotional. I mean, that is so cool just to be able to know that you had exposure to something you never even thought about, and you can still do what you're passionate about and make money doing both of them, right? Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, what is it like for you, Riley, being able to know that you're helping students just like Langston kind of figure out exactly what they're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, it's really rewarding. I think Langston has so much knowledge of himself, and he's really reflective, which makes my job really easy. But it's cool to see that aha moment in a way. Like, I used to teach math, and it was great to see the aha moment in algebra, but it's cool to see it in a way that feels really relevant for the students. Like, we had one kid today in this job application simulation that we're running who was like, I stopped my job application, like a real one, last week because I didn't know what references were. And then like we did the simulation today, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can go back and restart that application.
And do what I need to do.
So it's like, you see those things and they get excited, and so it's really fun.
It's the little things, right?
Yeah.
And the cool thing about Kairos is that you guys also have one-on-one mentorship. What does that look like?
Yeah, so Langston can speak to his relationship, but every teacher and staff member at Kairos has a pod of students. And so those are students who they have weekly check-ins with. They talk about both their current academics, but also their trajectories. And then we have these 3 personal advisory board meetings throughout the year where students frame how they're doing academically, what their current future interests are, and how those things are either aligning or not aligning, so we can help them, get back on track.
What has your experience with your mentor been like, Langston?
My experience with my mentor has changed a lot. And it's like, I've had a few other teachers because it's just the way school is, different teachers, different times. But currently, my mentor is Stasia Curry, and she is incredible. She's an artist like me, so it's easy to relate. And like, I feel like I have a mom outside of the mom I already have. It's very, very personalized, very deeper connection level. And I always feel like if I have no one else to turn to, I can go to my coach.
That's pretty amazing. Well, St. Louis, I mean, I'm sold on Kairos Academies. They have the Next Prep program. They have mentorship. They have an incredible and unique approach that is really helping students get ready for the real world. And maybe we'll see you on the real world stage, Broadway one day. Dr. Casey, future Dr. Casey. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And if you're at home, you're watching, you're interested in learning more about Kairos Academies, you can visit them online at kairosacademies.org, on Facebook or on Instagram. Both of those handles are right there on your screen.